to another Monday Marriage Moment. I'm Paula.
And I'm Larry.
And we are the Loftons. Today we want to talk to you about teaming up to save up. And we're going to start off with setting a budget and sticking with it. Sometimes as couples we set budgets, but we don't maintain any self-control. And that can kind of get your finances out of whack.
Yeah, it's really important to establish a budget, stick to it. Sometimes it's kind of hard at first at the beginning. It may be a little difficult because most people don't have a budget, so it's just going to take a little discipline to come up with a budget and stick to it. But believe me, it's definitely going to pay off in the long run.
And also, don't hide from the debt. You need to just deal with it. When things get out of hand, you have to come up with a solution to make it work. Sometimes you may have one party who overspends and they try to hide it from their spouse. That's a no-no. Don't do that. Yeah, just let them know that you went on a shopping spree and overspent a little bit and need to take care of that debt.
Yeah, but it's best not to try to go on that shopping spree. If you really don't have it, if you have the extra money, then yes, it's a good thing because you should reward yourself from time to time for all your hard work. But just like Paul was saying, don't overdo it.
And another thing that we try to deal with is saving up for retirement. Now, we both have worked for a very long time, and we each have our own retirements. We have pensions that's going to be coming up soon. So it's very important that each person works and try to make sure that they have their own retirement set aside, even if it's just a 401k, if it's a pension, if you have to do your own personal saving, just make sure you have something saved towards your retirement.
Yeah, and that's pretty important because just keep in mind that, you're not going to always be young. You're not going to always be able to put in as many hours at work that you're doing now. So just kind of be smart today to help you tomorrow.
And then speaking of retirement, the other thing I would say about setting aside money is to always, always, always have an emergency fund. Sometimes it's hard for people to just save and not go dip in it, from month to month because they see something that they want. The good rule of thumb is to have enough money saved to pay your bills for at least 6 months in the event something happens.
I kind of look at an emergency fund as kind of like having a spare tire. It wouldn't be a wise thing for someone to have a car and not have a spare because, something can happen at any moment. So it's best to have that little cash or something put away because, believe it or not, sooner or later something is going to come up unexpectedly and you're going to need that little saved up, that little stash, something to fall back on, get you out of a jam.
That's true. And so what you need to do as a couple is to set a goal and make it happen. Sit down and decide how much you want to save each month or how much you both will contribute towards your family savings account.
Yeah, now if you have more going out than you have coming in, then it's like a couple of things you can do. Either try to make more money for more to come in, but most of us can control that spending as far as what's going out. So, we can cut back on some things. And that could be difficult. It's going to take some discipline, but you just have to make the sacrifices. So you want to make sure that you try to stay within your means. Live within your means.
Yeah.
Spend within your means.
Why are you looking at me?
No, I'm just saying, if whatever you got coming in, just make sure that at the end of the month you have a couple of dollars that you're able to put away.
Just a couple.
Well, you may have you may have to start off with just a couple, and then later, as time goes on, you just kind of increase it a little more at a time. Don't try to put away hundreds a week or a month because everyone's not able to do that. But whatever you're able to put aside, then do that. and then as time goes on, maybe you're able to kind of put a little bit more than you were at the beginning.
Okay, and lastly,
last,
protect what matters most by updating your insurance policies and your wills. Sometimes it's hard for people to sit down and talk about what will happen when we're no longer here. And in that instance, it's very hard for them to want to sit down and set a will or start their insurance policies, make sure they have something to protect their loved ones once they're gone. Because this one right here, I had a hard time getting him to set up his life insurance policy. Because you know what he said? You're not going to take care of another man when I'm gone.
That's right. And y'all going to have to struggle.
No. It is important to get the life insurance policy set up so that you can protect your spouse, or other family members once you're gone. And by doing so, again, it is very important that you have a will set up so you can decide where and how you want your funds and your items to go.
And I'm just going to simply add a little bit to that, and that is it's important to have a will set up because you want to keep the confusion down. So many families get divided and split up and fight over things, and it's it can be avoided. So just make it simple and just get a will wrote up, and that'll just eliminate a lot of that confusion and division.
That is true. Well, thank you for joining us for another Monday Marriage Moment. See you next time.
Go Lakers!